So this is the benefits of Union Budget 2022 for youths. So we know like that for the development of any country or any region, youths are the most point of attraction. And we know that education is necessary for the development of any particular region. So nowadays we can see the competition. So only education is not necessary, but skilling is also necessary. So the Union Budget has allocated many different types of schemes and budgets which are involved in education and skilling. So like states to be encouraged to revise syllabus of agricultural universities to meet needs of natural zero budget and organic farming, modern day agriculture. So this will ultimately help India to improve the sector of agriculture, improve the conditions of farmer, also to develop the chemical free farming, that is natural farming, etc. Then the 1 Class 1 TV channel program for PME Vidya will be expanded from 12 to 200 TV channels. So this has been done by keeping the situation of the we are facing since 2 years. Like the colleges were shut down, classes were shut down. So the small children were not aware of the education, what is going on. So at least the TV channel, if there is the existence of TV channel, the students can learn in what they want to. So in this way, the small students, the college students, exactly that means the youths can develop themselves. Then the digital university to be set up to provide education. So that means different types of opportunities, different types of courses will be launched on the digital platforms. That is National Skill Qualification Framework. It will provide the courses which is related to industry needs. Then the DeshStack e-portal will be launched, where Desh stands for Digital Ecosystem for Skilling and Livelihood. This aims to power citizens to skill, reskill, or upskill through online training. It will also provide API-based trusted skill credentials, where the API stands for Application Programming Interface. Uh, that with skill credentials, payment, and discovery layers to find relevant jobs and entrepreneurial opportunities. Here you can see that I have highlighted the jobs and entrepreneurial opportunities. So all these facilities which have under covered by the Union Budget 2022 will ultimately lead to the provide of jobs to the youths. So we can also say that युवाओं का प्रशिक्षण भी और रोजगार भी. That means the youths can learn and earn also. Then the main highlights of the Union Budget 2022 was the PM Gati Shakti. So how here I have extracted how it will be benefit the youths. So first let me tell you that the PM Gati Shakti approach is driven by 7 engines, that is roads, railway, airport, mass transport, waterways, and logistics infrastructure. So you can clearly figure out that the more work opportunities will be there for skilled and labor youths also. So also you can see from this image that the multimodal connectivity will be enabled so that it will save the time and cost during transportation. Also, many like completing 25,000 kilometer national highway in 20 to 23. Then the integration of postal and railways network. So all these things will ultimately lead to ease of transportation, trading, exchange of information. Now we can also say that this plan will be implemented by central government, the state governments, and the private sector together. So when all these things will be combined, it will lead to huge job and entrepreneurial opportunities for all, especially the youth. Now the MSMEs and startups. Now the India has changed. India has understand how the startups are growing in India today. So MSMEs such as Udyam, Ishram, NCS, that is National Career Service, and ASIM, Atmanirbhar Skilled Employer Mapping portals will be interlinked. Their scope will be widened. That is B2G means business to government, B2C means business to customers, B2B means business to business, where the MSME stands for Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. After that, a fund will be raised through NABARD, the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, to finance startups in agriculture and rural enterprises for farm produce value chain. Startups will be promoted for Drone Shakti as a drone, and drone components will help increase domestic manufacturing and create employment. So this will also indirectly help the youth for the employment, which is the main problem today because so many people have lost their jobs in pandemic times. Then, as a part of startups, existing tax benefits for startups which will offer redemption of taxes for 3 consecutive years to be extended by 1 more year. So this will help the startups to develop themselves to be tax-free for the 4 years to so that they can generate sufficient amount of revenue. Then, from the previous slides, I can say that the jobs and opportunities are there. So you can see that the different types of jobs pictures like vet, paramedic, dentist, train conductor, nurse, like the jobs will be from the professional one to the labored one. Also, the new technology that is telecommunication in general and 5G technology in particular can enable growth and opportunities. Then we also saw that in the pandemic times, many children, elders face the problems of mental health. So National Tele Mental Health Program will be launched. This will include a network of 23 tele mental health centers of excellence with NIMHANS being the nodal center and International Institute of Information Technology Bangalore providing technology support. So this will ultimately help to improve the mental health of every youth. Then AVGC Promotion Task Force, where AVGC means animation, visual effects, gaming, and comic. Now India also has understood that the only academics is not the way to succeed in life. So that's why they have promoted AVGC Promotion Task Force. It will offer immense potential to employ youth. This task force will be set up to recommend ways to realize this and build domestic capacity for serving markets and the global demand. Then coming to budget benefits for science and technology. So as a part of technology, we will consider first as a railway. So as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat, 2000 km of network will be brought under Kavach, the indigenous world-class technology for safety and capacity augmentation. Kavach is made in India technology that is designed to help Indian Railways achieve the goal of zero accidents. Then the second thing is that 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains with better energy efficiency and passenger riding experience will be developed and manufactured during the next 3 years. So this will improve the life of the people in India. Then 100 PM Gati Shakti cargo terminals for multimodal logistic facilities will be developed during the next 3 years. Then the most important sector of our India is agriculture. That is chemical-free natural farming will be promoted throughout the country with a focus on farmers' lands in 5 km wide corridors along River Ganga at the first stage. Then, as mentioned earlier, use of Kisan drones will be promoted for crop assessment, digitization of land records, spraying of insecticides and nutrients. We can say that as we are moving towards the digital India, digital age, this has been done. Then the healthcare sector comes. Here they have the mission Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. So in this mission, there will be an open platform for the national digital health ecosystem, which will be rolled out. It will consist of digital registries of health providers and health facilities, unique health identity, consent framework, and universal access to health facilities. So this will help the youth or the people to maintain their health records only just to keeping their unique health identity card. So it will reduce all the other documents, all other heavy transportation systems like that. They have to avoid all these things. So it will the more ease of medication will be there. Then the e-passport. The issuance of e-passports using embedded chip and futuristic technology will be rolled out in 2022 to 23 to enhance convenience for the citizens in their overseas travel. Then the solar power. To facilitate domestic manufacturing for the ambitious goal of 280 gigawatt of installed solar capacity by 2030, an additional allocation of 19,500 crore is allocated. We know that the solar power is the major renewable source energy we have, because after some time the coal and the other electricity resources maybe we can face some problem because of that. So we need to enhance the solar power. That's why this has been done. Then the digital rupee. Introduction of central bank digital currency CBDC will give a big boost to digital economy. It is therefore proposed to introduce digital rupee using blockchain and other technologies to be issued by the Reserve Bank of India starting 2022 to 2023. Then the land record management. So uh, in this scheme, the states will be encouraged to adopt unique land parcel identification number to facilitate IT-based management of records. So the landowners and the states will encouraged to maintain the records of lands. Then it comes about the space technology. The Department of Space has been allocated rupees 13,700 crore in the budget. So it can be revised, it can be reduced or it can be increased also after the final budget, that is after the revised budget. So this is done by keeping note of ambitious space mission Gaganyaan along with the planned launch of Aditya L1 to the sun and the development of mission to Venus. So this is the sum of the detailed space space budgets, like as we are in the Institute of Space Technology, that's why. So the first one is establishment expenditure of center, that is secretariat. As a amount of revenue, it has allocated 33 crore and it has allocated, that means total is 33 crore. Economic services, that is provision is made for expenditure to be incurred on the secretariat of the Department of Space. This secretariat means that administration office and the office work things, etc. Then the ISRO headquarters, where the 185 crore amount is allocated as a revenue, 8 crore is allocated as a capital expenditure, and the total is allocated as a 193 crore. So under this provision, it has been included for the expense of ISRO headquarters, setting up of digital workflow systems and SpaceNet augmentation, support for conferences, symposia, and ISRO award scheme. Then the third one in space, that is Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. 242 crore has been allocated as a revenue amount. 16.30 crore has been allocated as a capital, and in total 259 crore is allocated to InSpace. InSpace is a single window nodal agency which will permit and oversee the activities of non-government private entities, which include building of launch vehicles, satellites, providing space-based services, sharing of infrastructure, etc. Then the second categorization comes like central sector scheme projects. So in this, the first category comes about the space technology. So total of 10,534.15 crore is allocated. So under this, provision has been included for the activities of various ISRO centers, namely VSSC, ISRO, IISU, LPSC, ISRO Propulsion Complex, UR Rao Satellite Center, Laboratory for Electro-Optic Systems, then Satish Dhawan Space Center, ISRO Telemetry, Tracking and Command Network, Human Space Flight Center, General Civil Works and Housing Works at ISRO centers. Then various space technology projects are undertaken by the Department of Space, such as launch vehicle projects and satellite projects, including developmental and operational projects. Then the space applications. So in this way, in this part, they have allocated 1,482.8 crore in total, right? And under this provision, it has been included for the activities of ISRO centers, namely Space Application Centers, then Development and Educational Communication Unit, then National Remote Sensing Center, then IIRS. Then also various space application projects and programs are undertaken by the department, consisting of National Natural Resources Management System, Earth Observation Applications Mission, and Disaster Management Support. And we all know that how that disaster management support and Earth observation application missions are improving our life in improving our life in many times. In the space science, so 206.11 crore is allocated as a part of space sciences under the space budget allocation. So the provision has been included for the expenses of space science programs undertaken by ISRO, which will include sponsored research in academia and industry, sensor payload development, planetary science program, climate and atmospheric program, small satellite for atmospheric studies and astronomy, space science promotion, the Aditya L1 mission, which will ultimately help to the study about the sun, its atmosphere, the sun's solar storm, and its effects on Earth. Then the Chandrayaan 3, it is related to the soft landing which was not achieved last time. Then the X-ray polarimeter mission, so it will detect the X-rays coming from the celestial bodies, and the space docking experiment mission. So it will let the combination of the two space shuttles in space. So then the INSAT satellite system, that is 418.59 crore. So under this, provision has been included for the expense of various INSAT GSAT class of satellites, including the expense of launch service contracts and expenses on leasing of transponders. Then other central sector expenditure. So that means some of the autonomous bodies. So first it comes IIST, that is our institute. It has allocated 115 crore. Then the semiconductor laboratory, that is SCL, it has allocated 400 crore. So SCL is engaged in the design, development, and manufacture of very large-scale integrated devices and board-level products to meet the stringent quality requirement of strategic sectors. Then the Northeastern Space Application Center is allocated 37.5 crore. It is an autonomous society jointly with Northeastern Council, is supporting the Northeastern region by providing information on natural resources utilization and monitoring, infrastructure development planning, and interactive training using space technology inputs of remote sensing and satellite communication. Then the National Atmospheric Research Laboratory, it has been allocated 43 crore. It is a registered society. It is responsible for carrying out advanced research in atmospheric and space sciences and related disciplines. Then the Physical Research Laboratory, that it has been allocated as 200 crore. It is an autonomous institution funded by Department of Space through grant in aid. It is one of the premier research institutes in the country, carrying out basic research in several areas of experimental and theoretical physics and earth sciences. It is also responsible for the administration of Udaipur Solar Observatory. Then the public sector undertakings. New Space India Limited, it has allocated 1 crore. It is established to tap the benefits of the research and development carried out by Department of Space ISRO. The company will spearhead the commercialization of various space products, including productionization of launch vehicles, transfer of technologies, and marketing of space products. And the last one is that others, which includes international cooperation, and it has allocated 2.5 crore. And under this provision, it has been included for the expense of international cooperation and Center for Space Science and Technology Education in Asia and the Pacific. So you can see that the ISRO center, the ISRO missions, and there are different centers in India. So ultimately, we can say that it will help India to develop in every way. So that was all about the union budget allocation to the Department of Space and the different science and technologies and its benefit of youth. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shubham. Any